Homeless children have dreams, just like you and I do. Sometimes they just feel so unattainable. Homelessness is second only to war when it comes to the devastation it causes. There are those, however, who feel that the cycle can be broken and that homeless people can rejoin and even serve the communities they became so isolated from. If these ideas seem radical, you probably have never been to Homestart, where dreams are realized one family at a time.
We hold the bar very high. We have very high expectations here at Homestart, and my thinking is that the more you expect, the more people will achieve.
Well, Homestart to me is a place for new beginnings, and it's a place that actually works. The success rate for people that complete the program is just astonishing. Well over 90% of them will go on to lead productive lives. And it's not just about them, it's about their children.
Homestart, Inc. in Roseville, California, is a non-profit transitional shelter for homeless children and their families. All families. It is a year-long program that works, thanks to the support it receives from the community.
Families come to Homestart and live on site for 1 year. During that year, the adults and their case manager design a plan that is intended to move them from the situation they're in to permanent housing within a year.
And these kids are our heroes because they've gone through so much, and they're very gracious, I think, for what they've gone through.
The last place was like a haunted house. It was just like a haunted house, but it was just not haunted.
We have 28 units here on site and can support up to 30 families at a time. So we'll have between 60 and 70 children here.
We'll have kids or the parents and the little baby.
My thing about living here is riding bikes.
Homestart is a safe place to bring your children, and they're not going to tear you apart. They're going to keep you together.
My main thing that I like about this place is that it's safe and secure, and it's a roof for my daughter and me.
It pretty much built the foundation for me and my family on what to do out in the real world. It gave me structure, it gave me rules, it gave me how to be a parent, how to be responsible. And this place just said, here's the foundation, now you build off of that. And I've taken what they taught me here out there into the real world.
We have a lot of rules at Homestart because many of these people ended up homeless because they did not follow rules. So it's almost a retraining, re-education program where you have to learn to follow some rules. And sometimes they're pretty simple rules, like get up in the morning and go to work, and get up in the morning and go to school.
You get up, you have to clean your house, you leave for school, you come back, you go to dinner, you go to class.
All the residents sign an agreement that they'll follow the rules while they're here. They also sign an agreement that they'll continue moving forward, that they'll continue making progress.
The rules kind of help you so that way you can get ready to have your own house.
There are a lot of rules, but I think that's exactly what we needed. Just like a little child who's lashing out and throwing a fit, they're looking for boundaries. They want somebody to give them boundaries, and I think that that's just how we were even as adults. We just wanted, we hadn't had any boundaries, and we didn't know how to set them for ourselves, so really we took well to them.
The length of the program makes Homestart a successful program, and then we actually do require at least one member of every family to work. We force them to budget. We force them to save. We give them just multiple opportunities to learn new life skills that they may not have had before, or relearn them in some cases.
We do what we do here for the children because we know that sometimes we may skip a generation if the parents continue to make poor choices, but we hope that the children have learned a better way. And we hope that the children learn that they're entitled to a safe environment, and that there are also responsibilities that they're expected to do their homework after school, they're expected to keep their rooms tidy.
I probably was overwhelmed with having responsibility of my children and having them probably too young, and so I just had to learn how to do what I needed to do. parenting classes helped me a lot, and they still do. I still hold on to tools that I learned while I was at Homestart.
Programs that we have in place work. We have GED courses that are taught every week, and residents are required to attend if they don't have a high school diploma. We actually have a professor from William Jessup University who teaches.
The classes that would bring us together, the parenting classes, and they have several different types of classes, and the GED. I'm going for my GED now.
It's gradually teaching me how to get back in the workforce and interact with other adult people, which I wasn't doing.
There's no other programs that a man with a child can get into, and there's a lot of them that are there for women and children, but this is the only one I found in California that'll take a man with a child.
When I came here, I had nothing. There was no one other place that would take a disabled son.
When a resident graduates from Homestart, we see their future as being extremely bright. Here they're now able to be self-sufficient, providing for their children.
I am amazed at where I am now. I'm a homeowner, I'm a business owner.
Our apartment now is great. We have our own rooms.
We're like a little family. The staff has worked with me with the services I needed for Jermel. I would have been lost without it. I still would be sleeping in my car today.
We've got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, and eventually I want to go to school and do something big. I don't know.
I'm planning on finishing high school early and then going to master's commission in either Phoenix or at my church for my senior year, what would be my senior year, and then going to William Jessup University.
I want to be a chef. Like, me and my friend want to be like on a restaurant and be famous together.
When they come here, we take care of them as a family. We have counseling for the children, for the adults as well. But then, when they graduate, we ask them to support us and to come back and volunteer. And we have a couple right now that own their own home, and they are here every Friday night just sitting down with the residents and sharing their story.
It's an ongoing effort to try to keep our doors open and provide the services that we can for our families.
We've seen a real decline in federal funding for these kinds of programs. About 70% of our support does come from private donations from corporations, individuals, businesses.
Homestart is a good place to support simply because they do such a good job. We really need more organizations like Homestart throughout the country. I think our homeless situation in America would be greatly relieved if we had organizations like this.
A lot of us have been through some tough times, and so it's just very important to help the community here, local Roseville, and us young people, and getting them back on their feet. So anything we can do.
This is one of the leanest charities that you will find out there. We really are, I think our expense ratio is about 15%, so 85% of donations go to programs for Homestart clients.
80% of what we do at Homestart is done by volunteers. Our learning center, where the children are tutored after school, is run 100% by volunteers.
We always need people to teach budgeting, sometimes even cooking, just insurance, how to buy a house, how to buy a car.
Kids in Homestart see your willing heart and see that they're loved and they're thankful in the end, and it seeps into them and they'll never forget it.
We'll continue to support them as much as we can.
It's just a wonderful organization, and I was just proud to be part of it.
We're changing the lives of the children, but we're changing the lives of their children radically because they have a chance. These children have seen what life might be.
It saved my life. I praise God that God spoke and said, go to Homestart.
My son's in school. He's in a very good school, and it has just worked out just okay. And I'm hoping it'll last and they get the funding they need to keep on going.
I just thank God that we had this program to come to. It really has been a life-changing experience for me.
There's so many hurting people out there, homeless, families that are tore up, single mothers. They all just need a place to start.
Homestart works, but only with the continued support of the community. If you are able to volunteer or provide financial support, please contact us.
Why is it so fun playing here?
Because it has swings. Yeah.